had inherited the house from a distant relative in a small town in India. It was an isolated structure, standing on the outskirts, with nothing but a narrow dirt path leading up to it and dense trees surrounding it on all sides. I thought it would be a quiet retreat, a place to write and escape the chaos of the city. I was wrong. The first night I noticed the doll, I didn't remember it being there. It was sitting on a wooden chair in the corner of the living room, its porcelain face pale, eyes wide, and a smile so exaggerated it seemed almost alive. Its head tilted slightly to the right, as if observing me. I told myself it was probably left by the previous owners, a decoration that had gone unnoticed for years. But that night, every sound in the house felt amplified. The creak of the floorboards, the rustle of the old curtains, the drip of water from the leaky roof. Each noise seemed to echo the doll's silent presence. At some point, I could have sworn its head had turned just a fraction to face me. I shook my head. I was tired. I was imagining things. The next morning, I found the doll in a different spot. On the staircase, its smile seemed wider, more pronounced. I asked the local shopkeeper about the house, the previous owners, anything unusual. He hesitated before whispering, "That house. It's cursed, that doll. It's not just a doll. People who've stayed there, they don't leave the same." I laughed it off nervously, thinking he was just superstitious. But that night, as the monsoon storm raged outside, I heard it. Faint, but unmistakable. A soft giggle, high-pitched and cruel, coming from the living room. I froze. My heart raced. The doll was sitting on the floor now, legs crossed, staring at me with its impossibly wide smile. I didn't sleep that night. Every shadow seemed to stretch toward me, and every sound echoed with intent. I tried to leave the house, to call someone, but the line was dead. The car wouldn't start, and the door seemed to resist me, as if it had grown roots into the mud outside. Over the next few days, the doll moved. Always slightly, but always in a way that suggested awareness. In the kitchen, it would be on the counter. On the veranda, it would be peering through the window. I tried to convince myself it was the wind, the house settling, but deep down I knew it was something else. Something alive. Something patient. One night I awoke to the sound of soft footsteps. Not mine. Not outside. Inside. They creaked across the old wooden floors, slow and deliberate. I held my breath, heart hammering. The doll was at the foot of my bed, its smile wider than ever, eyes glinting with a cruel intelligence. I screamed, grabbed it, and threw it across the room. It landed on the floor, face up, staring at me. But then I noticed the impossible. Its smile had shifted, curved differently, almost mocking. I backed away, stumbled into the wall. That's when I realized it was learning, watching, waiting. I tried burning it. I set the doll on fire in the courtyard. The wood crackled, the flames licked its porcelain face. But when I returned inside, it was back, sitting on the chair untouched, smile wider than before, as if the fire had been a game to it. Sleep became impossible. I barricaded myself in one room, covering mirrors and reflective surfaces, fearing what I might see. Every night the doll would appear closer, sometimes in the doorway, sometimes sitting silently on my chest as I tried to sleep. Its eyes followed me everywhere, and I began hearing whispers, soft, unintelligible, yet unmistakably directed at me. Days turned into nights, nights into endless torment. I felt watched constantly. I caught glimpses of movement out of the corner of my eyes, shadows twisting unnaturally. The doll would be there one moment, gone the next, only to reappear when I looked away. It was impossible to focus, impossible to feel safe. Then, one evening, I found a notebook. Old, dusty, hidden behind a false panel in the study. Inside were entries from previous occupants, one after another, describing the same doll. How it moved, how it watched, how it drove them to madness. One line stood out: "It learns from you. It feeds on your fear. And it smiles, always smiles, until there's nothing left of you." Panic consumed me. I tried to leave again. Car wouldn't start. Phone line dead. The house, it was trapping me. And then I saw it, in the reflection of a puddle on the floor, not in front of me but behind. A small porcelain figure smiling, its eyes alive, its smile impossibly wide. I tried to destroy it over and over, but nothing worked. Every attempt, every act of desperation only made it stronger, smarter, closer. And then I realized the truth. The doll wasn't just in the house. It was in me, in my mind, in my shadows, in every heartbeat of fear I had. One night, it finally spoke. Not in words, but in a presence, a crushing awareness. I could feel it inside my thoughts. You see me now. You are mine. I fled the house as the storm raged outside, but even outside, the doll followed. Every reflection, every passing shadow, every fleeting glimpse in a window. Its smile was there, mocking me, taunting me, reminding me that there is no escape. Weeks later, people in the town noticed the abandoned house. Doors swinging, lights flickering. Some whispered about a new presence, something watching from the windows. And I am still haunted. Every creak, every shadow, every whisper reminds me of that smile. The doll is patient. It waits, it learns, it feeds, and now it's smiling at you. If this story made your skin crawl, don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Nightmare and turn on notifications, because the next story might be closer than you think.